This is Eli Bates. I am the National Retail Sales Manager. If you're getting this video, you're probably a pro staff that's working at the Bass Pro Shop Go Outdoors event coming up this current weekend or the next. I made this video so I can go over with you guys the folders that you have probably already received or will be soon for Bass Pro Shops. These folders are going to be how we communicate to Bass Pro, how we keep our information current with Bass Pro, and I'm making this video so you guys can do a similar presentation with the Bass Pro Shop Marine leads, with the Marine GSMs, with the associates while you're there these coming weekends. So the idea of this folder is going to be for them to keep this behind the counter so they can have access to it at any time, but I want you to go through this presentation or go through these same steps and what all's in this folder with at least a couple of the guys behind the counter while you're there over the weekend. First thing you'll see when you open up the folder is some big decals in the back. So in both the front pocket and the back pocket there's some decals. This is just some swag. This is just for them to give away to their best customers, for them to put on their personal boats, for them to get out there in the field with Big Ranch stickers, own boats or own cars, whatever it is out there. It gives us free advertising. So that's swag for them. The next thing you'll see is some product wraps. What these are to advertise the LWX1 promotion we got going on right now, which is you buy the unit for $99, you activate the Sirius satellite subscription, and 3 months later you get a $99 check card in the mail, so the unit itself becomes free. Bass Pro recently had an edict come down from corporate that we cannot use countertop space. We can no longer put marketing material, counter cards, counter mats on their countertops. So this is our first solution. Our first option is to use the units that we have on display on the racks at the stores for that real estate for promotional activities. I'm sending these to you guys to put on the units on the stores and not to the stores themselves, because there's a little trick to them. We'll be doing these in the future. We'll probably change it up a little bit, but this first time the material that these were made out of isn't quite what we want. It's a little too brittle. So you can see these tabs here have tape on them, double-sided tape, but you will have to bend these tabs back very slowly or you'll crack them and they'll break off. So bend these back very slowly, especially these large ones on the top. Bend them back very slowly and you'll be okay. If you bend them back too fast, they'll break off. So we want to bend those back, and then we'll peel the tape off, the double-sided tape, and then you put them on the units on the shelves. So pick out, you'll have two displays, two of these wraps. So pick out two units at the store to put those wraps on. The two that will give us the most exposure. If the store questions, we do have approval from corporate. Bass Pro Corporate has become a lot more active in saying what marketing material can be displayed at the stores. So we do have approval for these wraps at the corporate level. So while you're there during Go Outdoors, make sure that we get these wraps put on a couple units. Take a couple pictures for me if you can of these wraps up there. The next thing you'll see in the folder is a zipper pocket. The zipper pocket is where we're going to keep things that we want them to have quick access to, like update cards, like map cards. So if you open that up, first thing you'll see in there is my business card. Every store will have my business cards, so they know how to get a hold of me. Next thing you'll see in there is some other pieces of swag. These are great little giveaways for the stores, for the associates, for their best customers. I want each of you pro staff to take two of these for yourself. The rest stay in the folder, and you're going to show the employees at Bass Pro what they're used for. And what they're used for is they're screen cleaners for phones, for eyeglasses, for our units. So these little stickers will stick to the back of your device, like your phone, On one side it has a kind of a tacky, kind of a window cling kind of material. On the other side is more of a felt, so you can peel it off and clean the screen of your phone, and then stick it back on the back of your phone, and we get free advertising out of it. These are very popular. They're going to like to see these. So keep 2 of those for yourself, put them on your own personal phones, keep them for your own personal units, and keep the rest in the folder. Next thing you'll see in the folder is some map cards. We're just now starting to ship the Insight Pro map cards. This is something that Bass Pro is carrying. The easiest way to sell these products and the easiest way to answer the first question that customers have as far as what, is my body of water actually covered in this lake or in this map? Is my lake have good detail in this map? So in every single folder we've included a Lake Insight Pro card. So the Lake Insight Pro card, it's a micro SD with the SD adapter, so it goes on Elites, it goes on Marks, it goes on HDS units, and they can stick these in the units, show it to the customer, and then put it back in the case and put it back in the folder so they can use it again. Every store gets Lake Insight. There's about 20 stores, Bass Pro stores, that are close to the coast. In those stores I included a Nautic Insight Pro card. So in those they have 2 cards, one Lake, one Nautic, so they can show what bodies of waters are covered. Alright, about 2 months ago I sent out a update chip to every single Bass Pro store, and that update chip looked like this, had the label on it that shows what all software updates are available on this chip. This chip had HDS 1, had HDS Gen 2, it had all the Marks, all the Elites, including the DSIs, 4-inch and 5-inch units, all on one chip. While you're there at Bass Pro during Go Outdoors event, see if you can find this chip. A lot of these stores lose them, but a lot of the stores will know where they are. If you can find it, put it in the zipper pocket of our folder so they can find it in the future. If you cannot find it, if they have lost this card, let me know and I will replace it. I will make them a new one. We don't need to make new ones out in the field, but I will make new ones and send them to these guys so that we make sure that they have the ability to update their own inventory, the ability to update customers' units when they come in. I want to make sure that these guys have current software chips available. So that's the zipper pocket. If you flip that over, the next page you'll see in the folder is a contact sheet. This contact sheet is custom for every Bass Pro. So if you guys are doing more than one Bass Pro, make sure you look at the top and make sure you're delivering the correct folder to the correct store. The first line on top will tell you which store that folder should go to. So whether it's Springfield, Missouri or Alamorada, Florida, you know which store this needs to go to. So as a store information, the next line is end customer service, end user customer service. This is the standard Lowrance contact information. They can also call this for SIMRAD as well, and they get transferred for the SIMRAD customer service center. This has the phone number, it has the hours of operation, Central Standard Time, has the website if they want to email us. The next line is very important. This next line is the Bass Pro customer service. A lot of Bass Pros don't know that we have this service set up for them. If they are a Bass Pro employee, they can call this number, press 5, and they will get shot up to the top of the customer service list. They'll also get handled by a special team of customer service agents that will be empowered to help them out quicker and have the best information for them. So make sure that your Bass Pro shop knows about this service. It has to be a Bass Pro employee that calls. When they call, the first thing they'll do is ask them for their store number or some other sort of verification to make sure it is a Bass Pro employee calling. But make sure they know about this service. The next line is the Navico Regional Sales Manager that is responsible for that store. So this one's Sean Edmonds. So this would be their next line of contact if they need help at the store, if they're out of stock, if they need something from the Regional Sales Manager, they have their contact information right there. The last line is me, Eli Bates, my phone number, my email address. If they need to do if they want to do a big promotion at the store, if they have a big problem, if they can't get a hold of the regional sales guy, if anything else, tell them to contact me. My information's in there. Tell them to contact me if they can't get a hold of the regional guy. The next section in here is a big cross-reference guide. It's about 10 pages of cross-reference information. This is great information. This is pretty much every Lowrance and Eagle product made in the last 10 years, and what transducer, what power cable, what gimbal bracket, what GPS antenna that is current will work with these older units. So Bass Pro has this all the time. Customer walks in and says, I have a Global Map 2000 and nobody knows what gimbal bracket goes with it. This will help them out. So a guy comes in with an old Eagle unit. You can use a current transducer with the old Eagle units. This will tell you which one. So it's a great reference for them. Let them know how they can use this. You have a divider, and the next section is a PowerPoint presentation. This PowerPoint presentation is one that we gave to Bass Pro when we had their Bass Pro University late last year. This has pretty much every current Lowrance product of this year, and all the new features are listed here. So it starts off with our Advantage Service Plan, new service plan, Gen 2s. It gives key selling points. It gives comparisons versus our competition. It shows about broadband sonar, about the mapping options. There's broadband radar, sonic hub information's in here. It has a bunch of information about structure map. It's the first year of structure map, so if somebody wants to see exactly what structure map looks like or how to explain it, you have some great information in this presentation. Talks about Market Elite series, so 4 and 5 inch units. Downscan imaging. Somebody wants to see what fish look like on downscan imaging. You got imagery right here. So go through this with the Bass Pro employees and show them how they can use this. If they know these key selling points of these products, they will be better at selling these products. Talks about product positioning. Here's the Market Elite units versus Humminbird versus Garmin. Shows exactly where we position ourselves. Information about the casing of the unit. Here's the sonar track back feature. Kayak scupper mount. Kayaks are getting very popular. Bass Pro carries this kayak scupper mount. Information about the mapping. This is the mapping that's in this card or in the zipper pocket, so they can show exactly what the customer is going to see with the Insight Pro, Lake, and Nautic if it's a coastal Bass Pro. And screenshots of the mapping. There are several stores that are carrying the Simrad NSS 7. So there's a section in here about Simrad and the NSS series. So if your store has Simrad product, this is going to be a great section for them to know. All the stores, whether they carry it in the store or not, have the ability to order Simrad product, the NSS 7. So this is great information for these guys to know. Same thing, here's comparisons of the NSS versus Garmin versus Raymarine. Key selling points about NSS. Some great information in here. Alright, then there's going to be another divider. The next section is going to be our MAP pricing, our minimum advertised pricing for all Lowrance products. So if a customer needs to know the pricing of something in the Bass Pro, person doesn't know it off the top of their head, or they don't carry it at Bass Pro, they can give that person an idea of what that price is going to be. Bass Pro pretty much sells everything at MAP pricing plus 99 cents, and so instead of $269, it's going to be $269.99. So this is a great feature for them to, a great resource for them to find quick access to pricing. This last section, very last page, is the Bass Pro employee order form. This, they call it their Pro form. We're very aggressive and we're very eager to help Bass Pro employees get Lowrance and Navico products on their personal boats to be using in their personal time. To do this, they follow the instructions on this form. They pretty much email me directly and tell me what they want to buy, and I send them back the order form with the special pricing, and they can order it with a credit card. If they get on their own intranet, Pro form site, is what they call it, they'll see this same form when they look at their Lowrance or Simrad Pro form. So this is something we've been doing for a while, but it's not well advertised within Bass Pro. A lot of the employees don't know it's available. So I wanted to put this in here so they know that they can take advantage of this great program. and that is the folder. So what we're going to be doing, so for this trip, first time you're out there with this, you're going to be going through that presentation. Take you 10 minutes, go through it with at least a couple guys at the store, hopefully the Marine GSM and the Marine lead, and let them know what this is about. And I want your guys' feedback. I want their feedback. Ask them what's in here that, what's not in here that we need to add, what we need to change, how can we make this better, how can we make this most beneficial to them. What I'm going to do in the future is in the event report for Bass Pro visits, there's going to be some check boxes about this folder. You're going to make sure that folder is there, make sure it hasn't been lost, make sure that there's a map card in there, make sure that there's an update card in there, make sure that the contact information sheet is still there. So make sure that this thing stays up to date. I want this to be like a pro staff in the store all the time. So this is going to be a big part of our relationship with Bass Pro, and how we can make it easy for us to do, for them to do business with us, for those employees to know how to sell our product. So give me your feedback on this. Let me know if you guys have any problems with it, any questions, and hopefully this will make all of us more effective. Thank you.